everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a train with me, kind of. We're actually going to be doing the Halloween festival dailies and stuff like that, and then if I have time after, then I'll be training my horse. Today we are going to be reading your perfect fall day idea, your dream fall day. I personally love fall. It's my favorite season and I've been dying for fall to be here, but now that it's actually here, I'm kind of not loving it. The weather has been all over the place and I think it's throwing me off. Like, it's been 80 one day and then it drops down to like 65. And I've been struggling with that. It's also really humid. I mean, I guess I should have expected, but whatever. So I thought that reading your perfect fall day ideas would put me more in the mood. So we're going to be doing that today. But first things first, we're going to be fixing this outfit because it's atrocious. And then we'll be going to the Halloween festival area and doing the dailies there and training if we have time. If you haven't done the Halloween dailies yet, go grab your horses, grab a hot drink, or I guess iced if you're like me. I love a good iced coffee, even in winter. And let's do some training. Let's do some dailies. Also, I was at a wedding this weekend and I stayed up way past my bedtime, so please forgive my voice for sounding like it's deceased because I am deceased. Okay, so I guess we should start off with my perfect day. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually have a perfect day in mind. I like a lot of different kinds of fall days, to be honest. I definitely like a good rainy hoa 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 moment, you know, like kind of cold, overcast, rainy. During that day, I'd like to stay at home, play some video games, have the windows open and a candle lit, have some like warm tea, have a simmer pot going on, or maybe making like cookies or something like that. I don't know. I don't bake that much, but I did find these pumpkin spice cookies that are actually so freaking good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I got them at Harris Teeter for anybody who cares. Another kind of fall day that I like would probably be with the weather being like 60 to 65 degrees, nice and sunny. We have our state fair during the fall here, so that is definitely associated with fall for me. So I would definitely say going to the state fair, riding the Ferris wheel, having my giant turkey leg and all the different foods that could probably kill me, maybe going to like a pumpkin patch and then carving pumpkins after. Or recently I figured out that painting pumpkins is also really fun, so really either one of those. But if I carved the pumpkin, I would want my partner to be there with me, and then after that we would probably make some seasoned pumpkin seeds because those are super yummy. If you haven't had any, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Alright, so the first one says, it's mid-fall when the colors are at the prettiest because I'm a hoe for pretty leaves. LOL. Me too, girl. Wake up in the morning and go for like a 3-hour trail ride, either alone or with my best friend around the neighborhood or my farm. I'd like to go for a good fall motorcycle ride after that too with my BF, enjoy the delightful weather and make the most of it. After that, head to the apple orchard and do some apple picking because I've never actually done that and I really want to. Early evening, head out to the pumpkin patch and go do the corn maze, pet the animals, and of course go pick a pumpkin. That evening, cuddle up with my BF and watch some fall movies. And I think that just about sums up my perfect fall day, smiley face. Okay, what I want to know is how the heck you got into my brain, because that sounds like my perfect fall day. I just didn't think about it until you said that, but that actually sounds incredible and I relate to everything you said. I've also actually never picked apples before and I kind of want to. It looks so cutesy. But yeah, that truly sounds amazing and I think we might be the same person. The next one says, my perfect autumn day would begin with waking up in a cozy tent nestled in a quiet open field. The morning air would be crisp and cool, filled with the soft chirping of birds and the earthy scent of dew on grass. I'd be snuggled in my favorite pajamas and fluffy socks, warm and sleepy, savoring that peaceful moment just before the day begins. So I'm not a morning person, but that does genuinely sound amazing. That reminds me of when my dad would camp with us in the backyard when I was a kid, and I would wake up in the morning and it was nice and cold, but I was warm in my sleeping bag, all comfortable. So that was kind of nostalgic for me. Thank you for that memory that you brought up for me, and that does sound amazing. Honestly, I'm not really into camping anymore like I used to be. I don't know. I don't know what happened to my whimsy camping side, but it's fine, I guess. But yeah, that sounds lovely. Thank you for sharing. This next one is from Val. During the fall, I often wear hoodies or a red plaid jacket. Fave activity, watching classic horror films. I do all that alone because I have no friends outside the web, in parentheses. That is so real, Val. Also, that sounds like such a vibe, and you know what? If you can do that by yourself and be happy, I think that's amazing, and we should all strive to be able to do things by ourselves that make us happy. Alright, the next one says, I had actually had a perfect fall day once. Me and my best friend were swinging at the park when we randomly decided, hey, let's go to a corn maze. So we did. We got into cute fall outfits, cardigans, flannel, jackets, and jeans, then went to the farm with the corn maze. After completing the corn maze, we went on a crazy hayride. Then the farm had a corn pit, so we threw corn at each other and took tons of pictures in the corn pit. One of my most treasured days. That actually sounds like a day that I had with one of my close friends too, like almost to the T except for the swing part. That's crazy that we had similar experiences, and my experience was fun, so I can only imagine how much fun it was with your best friend. And honestly, some of the best kinds of memories happen on a whim, so I love that you experienced that, and that is so fall and so amazing. I love it. Okay, the next one says, hey, did you miss me? Oh my god, yes, Pookie, I did miss you. Anyways, I think my perfect fall day would look like being able to have one last ride on my horse. I miss her dearly. I think I'd like for it to be cloudy with a nice cool breeze, just me and her, most likely around the evening, and I'd definitely be rocking some pajamas 100%. From your favorite person, Skips Beachflower. I'm so sorry about your horse. Rest in peace. And that does sound like an absolutely amazing time, and I really wish that you could have that one last time. I'm sorry. And I know it's not the same, but maybe you could find a similar joy with another horse, another partner in crime with you. That doesn't mean that you have to replace your horse, of course, but I think that you are allowed to feel that joy again, so just don't hold yourself back from making new good memories with a new horse. Not me giving unsolicited advice, my fault. I'll shut up now. Okay, anyway, after that race catastrophe, a perfect fall day for me is being with my family and friends and going to the flower gardens close to my house, getting hot chocolate or apple cider and just enjoying the day. At the end of the day, I just like to get bundled up in blankets and watch movies. Honestly, sounds amazing, and I completely agree. That sounds so lovely, and I love that everybody includes their family and friends or their partner. I think that's so precious that humans wouldn't share things with the people that they love. I think it's so cute. Sometimes I love people, sometimes I hate them, but in this moment you guys are making me kind of love people. Okay, this next one is a long one, which I'm really excited for because I asked for long ones. Well, it is a tough choice since fall is overall my favorite season of the year, and there are so many fun things to do in my opinion. I completely agree with your opinion. Your opinion is correct, and fall is the best season. To me, the best thing is probably to get cozy in my room, reading a book or watching a movie while drinking tea or any other hot drink, basically. I also love scented candles. I always buy some according to which season we're in. For several years, it has been a tradition for me to rewatch all the Harry Potter movies, which are my all-time favorite movies, and there can never be an autumn without this for me. Okay, with everything you've said so far, I think we should be best friends because that sounds actually incredible. I also love scented candles. I love Harry Potter. It's so fall nostalgic and safe, and I also love the scented candles. I need that to set the mood, I fear. Also love getting cozy in my room, reading a book. Would love to know what kind of books you read. Please let me know. My mom and I are usually baking something this time around, and as for family activities, we love to take walks since there is many trail and hiking options where I live. My birthday is also in October. Oh my god, happy birthday! So it is another occasion for my family to get together, which I love. Usually we have lunch together, then we spend the whole day eating cake, playing board games, and just spending time together. I also love to do autumn photo shoots. You can make such beautiful pictures with how the leaves changing colors and everything. Girl, I love a good autumn photo shoot, and also your birthday sounds amazing. As for the weather, for some reason I always preferred a bit gloomy weather, so I don't mind a bit of rain. It is just relaxing for me to listen to. ASMR listener girly present. Okay, I completely agree with the rain. It's very relaxing to me and I love it. However, the ASMR, I've never really been able to get into ASMR, to be honest. No hate, But yeah, I could see why that would please ASMR girly. That is kind of a long one. Sorry for that. Hope you have an amazing fall as well. Love your content. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Also, I don't mind that it was long because I asked for that and I loved reading every bit of it. So thank you. Alright, the next one says, my favorite fall/autumn day would be strolling through a park and seeing the autumn leaves falling from the trees. My partner alongside me as we walk together wearing comfy clothes with a warm cup of coffee early in the morning. Okay, aside from early in the morning thing, I completely agree with that. That sounds so amazing. Also, one of my favorite things about fall is seeing the fall leaves like falling off the trees. You know, when you're like walking by a row of trees or like driving, in my case, I have to drive past them because I don't have very many fall trees around me. But anyway, and like the leaves are coming off in like huge like waves. It looks like it's like rain, but it's leaves. That is like one of my all-time favorite things on this entire planet. I find it to be so beautiful. And the other night, I was driving on a country road. There was lots of trees, whatever. It was like woods on both sides. And I don't think I've ever seen this before, but the leaves were falling off the trees at night. And like I could really only see the leaves in my headlights. And I thought it was like so beautiful. It was definitely giving Twilight. Oh my god. I literally love fall. Okay, unfortunately, this is the last one, but don't worry because this one is really long. My perfect autumn day would begin with waking up in a cozy tent nestled in a quiet open field. The morning air would be crisp and cool, filled with the soft chirping of birds and the earthy scent of dew on the grass. I'd be snuggled in my favorite pajamas and fluffy socks, warm and sleepy, savoring that peaceful moment just before the day begins. Okay, I love the detail going on here. This is like 10 out of 10. Outside the tent, my dog would be waiting, tail thumping happily against the ground, eyes bright and giving me the sweetest little doggy grin. My boyfriend would greet me with a sleepy smile, wrapping me in a big hug and placing a gentle kiss on my forehead before handing me a warm mug of freshly brewed coffee, just the way I like it. We'd cook breakfast over a crackling campfire, the smell of sizzling food mixing with the scent of wood smoke and the crisp autumn air. We'd laugh as the dog spins in endless circles chasing his tail, and of course, we'd sneak him a sausage because he's family too. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right here. First of all, whoever you are, you should be an author because this is like actually amazing. Secondly, so far this sounds like so beautiful and like this sounds literally like a dream and I love that. Again, with the camping thing, it's not quite for me, but I definitely see the appeal, and when I was younger I definitely enjoyed camping. I even one time made my dad set up the tent in our living room because I wanted to camp so bad, and I had a sleepover with my friends and it was so much fun. Yeah, this sounds like truly so dreamy and amazing, and I love that you're including your dog. Like, that's actually incredible. What is your dog's name? I have to know. Also, like, do these people exist? Like, do you have a current dog and a current boyfriend you're thinking of, or are we just doing a little like dreaming? Like, I have to know. Okay, anyway, back to the story. The rest of the day would pass in the dreamiest kind of slowness. We'd curl up in camp chairs, wrapped in soft blankets, reading our books by the warmth of the fire, while our dog snoozes at our feet, letting out the occasional sleepy sigh. Leaves would crunch softly underfoot if we moved, and the golden afternoon light would wrap everything in a soft, glowing hush. As evening settles in, we'd toast marshmallows under a blanket of stars, sharing stories and talking about the characters in our books like old friends. The fire would burn low, casting flickering shadows on the tent walls as we crawl inside, burrow under layers of blankets, and fall asleep wrapped in each other's arms, cozy, content, and completely at peace. Wow. I'm truly speechless. This was a beautiful story, and honestly, you made me wish that that was me with my boyfriend, because that sounds so peaceful and amazing and wonderful and very fall. Like, I imagine this, like, I know you said a field, but for me, I would love to be like in the mountains, seeing all the beautiful fall leaves with the mountains. There's this one mountain that my family used to go to when I was kids. It's not actually called this, but we called it Cow Mountain because they would have like just cows, basically free roaming. It wasn't really free roaming because they were like fenced in on this mountain, but whoever owned these cows, like, the trail would go through the pasture. So you would like go through cow gates and yeah, you could like see the cows and they were friendly. I mean, kind of. Like they'd usually run away if you tried to pet them, which trust I did, and that was before I knew how dangerous cows are. Do y'all know how dangerous cows are? Cuz it's kind of crazy. But anyways, so I think in that scenario my dream would be to be on that mountain or at least nearby it, which I have been camping nearby. There's a camping ground like on the mountain, but like across the road kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway. I loved that story. Thank you so much for taking the time to write that. Thank you so much to everyone who took the time to write those stories for me. They were truly so beautiful, and I feel very much more in the fall mood, so thank you for helping me out with that. And I hope you all enjoyed hearing these stories as much as I did. You guys are so talented. I think every single one of you needs to be an author. Like,
get on these books, guys.
let me know in the comments when you finished your book, because I want to read them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!